Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Johnny, and today we're making a rich, creamy, meat-packed barbecue chicken mac and cheese. Now vegans, you're not left out on this one. We're gonna be making a second version right alongside that's gonna have just as much punch, pizzazz, and chutzpah as the first one. First things first, let's go through our grocery list. We have our all-purpose flour, our barbecue sauce, Kinder's roasted garlic, chipotle powder for smoke, garlic powder for flavor, our bouillon for the noodles, gives it some extra flavor and punch. If you remember my last video, the accent, very good stuff. Veggie broth also for the noodles themselves, and paprika to give it a little bit of extra smoke. Now we're gonna move to our vegan exclusive ingredients. Every good mac and cheese needs a lot of butter, so we have our vegan butter here, ready to go. Plant-based vegan butter spread. We have our cheeses, a cheddar and a mozzarella that we're gonna make into this creamy sauce. We have our Parmesan for a little bit of extra tang, some smoked Gouda to give a little extra smokiness and flavor to there. And then we have some American to give it some color and whatnot. We have nutritional yeast that is gonna add to the overall flavor profile of the sauce itself. Now we're gonna go into our traditional ingredients. We have whole milk, half and half cream, unsalted butter, sharp Parmesan cheese, extra sharp aged white cheddar. We'll be adding Romano cheese to give some extra sharp notes, some smoked Gouda, and last but not least, some yellow sharp cheddar cheese, the classic, the favorite of all mac and cheese lovers around the world. The star of the show, traditional elbow mac. Elbow mac noodles right here. Check these out. I like the large elbows. They get more sauce per cheesy bite. Now for our proteins. For the vegan option, we're gonna be using traditional Impossible chicken nuggets. We're gonna crisp these up. They're gonna be nice and golden brown that we're gonna chop up, throw into the mac and cheese, coat them in barbecue sauce. They're gonna be sweet, savory, and crunchy. That's gonna add that extra punch. Now for our traditional mac and cheese, we're gonna be using chicken thighs. These have more fat and flavor per bite than chicken breast. So that's why we're gonna be using these. We're gonna cook them up, coat them in barbecue sauce, chop them, throw them in the mac, and they're gonna be absolutely fantastic. I hope you're ready. I know I am. So let's get cooking. We've had our oven preheating in the background just to get it up to temp. Now it's time to cook our chicken nuggets and our chicken thighs. We're gonna get these both in the oven, set at 400 for my oven. It's gonna be about 350 for yours. Mine's a little colder than everybody else's. So I'm gonna butterfly these chicken thighs to make them cook evenly and quickly so we can throw them into the sauce later. These are the easiest things to cook in the world. Just throw them in a tin, give them some even coverage. We'll season them, spice them up. All right, we got the avocado oil layering the bottom of the pan so they aren't gonna stick. Hopefully, that's the goal. A little bit of salt action all the way across the top, just like so. Ooh, yeah. Now we're gonna get these chickens airborne. We're gonna butterfly each of our thighs. You wanna take the thickest part of the thigh, a very sharp knife, and slowly work your way down like such, getting the thick of the meat all the way down to the bone. And as you're butterflying, slowly pull away. So that's gonna really spread that whole chicken thigh down this way. These are all ready to go. They're in our dish. I'm gonna take a much larger baking dish so we get more spread of our chicken thighs, then throw them in the oven. We're gonna go. Our meats are cooking, our water is boiling. Now we're gonna move into the foundation of every good mac and cheese. That is the roux. It is a saturated fat and some flour melted in a pan with some milk afterwards. We're gonna use standard butter for our traditional mac and cheese and a plant-based buttery spread for our vegan mac and cheese. We're gonna cook these side by side so you can see the similarities between both dishes. Without further ado, let's get rocking. Getting nice buttery fingers. Again, half a stick of butter, pinch off and into the pan it goes. Slowly keep it going. Our butters are almost fully melted in the pan. As you can see, we're getting a nice melt on each one. It's looking good so far. Take a nice pinch of flour, just like so. Slowly sprinkle it into the pan. Let's throw that flour right in there. Now we're gonna take a metal whisk and start whisking this flour up. You can see that the butter fats and the milk fats are starting to brown up and caramelize. We wanna add flour until we get a nice paste. The paste is what we're looking for. Once you get each of these flours rolling to that paste, we then add milk into the mixture. The macadamia milk is gonna have a nice creamy richness. I'm looking for the nuts that have the most fat content whenever I'm looking for an alternative to whole milk for this dish. Get it all mixed in together. Look at that. Look at how thick this vegan roux started thickening up with this macadamia milk. I honestly think it's looking better than our traditional roux right now. So sometimes when you're in the kitchen and you're doing 5 things at once, you forget to do one thing before you need to do other things. So I'm gonna have somebody help me out in the kitchen. Please welcome my friend Dylan to the kitchen. Come on in, Dylan. Thank you. Oh, look at this guy. What a lovely lad. Oh, he's just gonna help me shred some cheese. So we have Pecorino Romano, Parmesan, smoked Gouda, sharp cheddar. Nice. I get all of these just shredded into one large pile.
Yeah,
you can help me out with that.
I will give that a shot, and we'll see what we can do. I'm just going to run it right across.
That's it. You know, just don't cut your fingers. Yeah.
What are we starting with?
Let's break in. Let's do that one first. God, Dylan, you're a lifesaver over here.
Dude, that's what I'm here for.
You're the man. We're gonna feed him. That's how I'm gonna reward all of my guests today. It's just with a nice, hopefully a really good mac and cheese. That's my goal. If it's not good, well then maybe I'll. So we're gonna order pizza at the end of this when everything's all said and done. So now we have this. I'm gonna add this cheddar into our roux. We're gonna slowly start to melt in all these cheeses like so. This is the vegan cheddar cheese that we're starting to add to our vegan roux. Now the vegan mozzarella to add to the vegan roux. Just like so. This should get a nice cheese pull after everything is said and done. We're using the cheddar for flavor, that sharpness, and that acid, that bite that we're looking for. Once we get everything melted, we're gonna season to taste. If we need to add any more top-end acidity, we're gonna add some citric acid. If we're gonna need to add some savoriness, we're gonna add that mushroom powder. Then we're gonna add smoke from chipotle powder for that overall taste. And just look how that's starting to incorporate. That's coming out really nicely. Keep it going and keep it melting. And that's what we're looking for. Look at this, oh my gosh, excellent job. Oh my God, look at how nicely, look at how creamy that is. That'll work. All right, I'm gonna take handfuls of this at a time. Let's move on to our other cheeses. I think that's gonna be perfect. I'm gonna slowly incorporate this sharp cheddar into our traditional roux, making sure not to let anything spill into the other. As you can see, the traditional cheeses are melting really easily in the milk. We're gonna let this continuously stir, just like with the other one. We're just making sure to keep everything moving and not overcooking everything.
How much cheese we going here? We want to do the whole thing?
I think that's perfect. I think that's gonna be enough on that.
Awesome.
And then I'm gonna take
I could go all day.
I know.
I could do
He's
this
got the
all
forearms
day.
of steel. Dylan, thank you so much for your help. I sincerely appreciate it. Go ahead and just chill for now, and we'll get you out here back soon.
All right.
Sounds good?
Yep, sounds
awesome.
good, man.
Thank you so much.
We're glad to help.
Woo! The water is now at a good boil. We're just gonna make sure to top it off before we add any of the noodles into here. Again, Mr. Faucet, gonna come in hot. Look at that. Now we're back on the heat. Let's start zooming into these cheese sauces. Let's see where we're at right now. Just like this, check that out. That's what we're looking for. That's gonna be really good once we start adding noodles to everything. My goodness, look at just that cheese pull, that consistency. This is the vegan cheese sauce. That is exactly the color and consistency we are looking for. Let's check the taste real quick. That's pretty good. Now let's spice it up. Nutritional yeast is a common vegan substitute for that cheese flavor. It's got folic acid and some glutamates in it already. We're gonna take this and just slightly sprinkle it into our cheese sauce. We're gonna sprinkle it down and give it a nice mix through everything. That's gonna hydrate that sauce quite a bit. Now we take a little bit of our accent, sprinkle it in there, just a taste across like so. And we're gonna add some smoke into the cheese sauce with our chipotle, just like so. This is gonna give us a nice smoky flavor. Let's mix this all together. Make sure to break up all the clumps that you see from both the nutritional yeast and the chipotle powder. We want to make sure this is a completely homogeneous mixture. We're gonna do one more pull, just like so. I think I could use a little bit more savory flavors, some salt. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some citric acid just across the top, some of this mushroom extracted powder. This is gonna give it a little earthiness, a little subtle flavor, and some glutamates as far as that savory flavor that we're looking for. Just a tad like that. Gonna mix this all together. So I think I've got these cheese sauces pretty much finished up, But before I put the noodles in and finalize the details of this dish, I want to see if they can taste the difference between these. My friends are here. Reed, Jordan, come on, get in here. I want to see if you guys can taste some sauces for me. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we have 2 sauces in front of me. One vegan, one not. Go ahead and try them out, see what you think. Tell me which one you think is vegan, which one you think isn't.
Okay. All right, taste test.
Taste test, let's go.
No, I definitely don't know.
This one's definitely a lot, it's pretty spicy. I can't say it's spicier.
Yeah.
Texture is a little different than I'm used to with cheese, so I want to say this is the vegan one.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't want to say it. I want to try both first before I say.
That's smart. Let's try the other cheese sauce, see how it goes.
Okay.
All right, going in.
Think that's the real cheese?
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
the texture is a little more crumbly.
Okay.
And I'm not sure though.
Okay, I love that. I love the confusion because that means I'm doing my job correctly. What do you think?
This one's a vegan one.
Okay.
Texture-wise, the first one was a lot more smooth. This one's more, I would say, like almost gritty.
Okay.
Like it has like more of a texture to it.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So I like cheese doesn't usually melt like that in milk.
Interesting.
So like, I think this one's the vegan.
Okay, that is incorrect. This is actually the vegan cheese right here. This is the regular cheese. We're confusing our guests, and that's what we want to do whenever we're cooking alternative dishes. Now that I've gotten some opinions and fresh takes, I'm gonna finalize everything. We're gonna cook up our noodles. We're gonna get this chicken out, and we're gonna make this the spectacular dishes that they're meant to be. Thank you both so much. Let's get it rolling. I'm gonna get you guys some dishes here, and let's rock and roll. Thank you. Thank you so much. Our chicken thighs are finished. I'm gonna take them out of the oven. We're gonna chop them up on here and start coating them in barbecue sauce. So, as you can see, this is exactly what we're looking for. That crispy brown skin right across the top. That slow pull. Oh yeah, that looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Crispy chicken thighs. Now that we have these, let's start chopping up some chicken. I've chopped up both of our chickens, both our chicken thighs and our vegan nuggets, and now it's time to coat it in my favorite barbecue sauce, Kinder's Roasted Garlic. This stuff is absolutely incredible. This is some of the best, tangiest, sweetest barbecue sauce I've ever used. So without further ado, let's get these bad boys coated. There we go, that's one, and here we go. Our cheese sauced, our barbecued. All that's left is to send some nudes. Let's put them in a pot, let's get them to a rolling boil, and let's finish this bad boy up. Look at all of these. Oh yeah, we're just gonna get these stirred so they're not sticking to the bottom of the pot. Now it's very important we don't neglect our pasta water. You're gonna get some valuable starchy water that can act as an emulsifier for your cheese sauce, basically smoothing out any of those crumbly edges. Just take a standard ladle, dip it into the water itself. This is extra flavor. All vegan, so don't worry about it. It can be added to either one of the sauces. Note the cloudiness and the texture of that water as we add it. You see that it's just gonna float across the top. That'll slowly get mixed into the rest of the sauce. My hope is that this is gonna make that cheese just silky smooth all the way throughout. As you can see right there, that is really helping that sauce incorporate all together. Look at that. That is an absolutely beautiful cheese pull. So that our pasta's perfectly al dente, we need to cool this off immediately. Water's off, heat is off. We wanna cool off those noodles so they don't cook anymore. And into the tin. Oh yeah, baby, high power mode, let's go. And into the pan. We're gonna have this one on the left be our vegan mac, this one on the right be our traditional mac and cheese. Barbecue mac all throughout, like so. Don't leave any chicken in the pot. As you can see, we are all out and ready to rock. Now it's time for the cheese sauce, and let's check this out. Be ready for this. Let's slowly mix everything together. Just look how delectable everything looks over here. That looks absolutely incredible. Now it's on to our traditional. That looks absolutely incredible. Look at that, all that barbecue sauce out of the pot. Now, let's layer on the cheese. Oh, that sounded awesome. So we've topped off our macs with their respective accoutrements, such as the vegan cheddar and vegan parmesan for the vegan mac and cheese. Then we had this extra sharp, rich yellow cheddar for our traditional mac and cheese. We topped everything else off with a nice layer of Kinder's barbecue sauce. We're gonna throw these in the broiler, finish everything off, and then we're gonna eat. We're gonna leave these in here for about 15 minutes as we get everything else prepared and ready to go for the final part of our dish. Why do I smell like weed? I smell, no, I smell like, what is that? Oh shit, that's what it is. But it's fine, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. Well, everything is fine and nothing bad has happened this entire shoot. So now we're gonna check on our mac and cheeses, all right? They should be ready to go. Let's go check them out. Oh, look, they're perfect, wow. Oh, excellent. Look at these. Oh, that is creamy and delicious. Mac and cheese number 2. Those look absolutely incredible. Right off the bat, do you know which one's which? I don't. Let's go. We just finished our mac and cheeses without a single hiccup along the way. Not a single hiccup. We're gonna bring my friends out here. They're starving. Let's get them out here so they can taste these macs. Ree, Jordan, come on out here. Dylan, Kat, come on out. Welcome, Dylan, back to the stage. Oh, lovely. All right, Kat, welcome in for the first time. We have 2 mac and cheeses in front of you. Each take a fork, take a bite, tell me what you think. Let's go. Make sure to get all of that lovely goodness in there.
You're all digging.
Oh yeah, get in there.
That sound.
What are your thoughts? Tell me what you think.
Sorry. I feel like the barbecue sauce really makes it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah?
Oh, this is really good.
Yeah?
It's pretty good.
Super creamy.
Yeah?
The cheese, the spice from the cheese earlier actually is coming through just as much as the barbecue sauce.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
Creamy, a little on the spicy side.
Yep.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the barbecue sauce that's doing the work.
It's got the chipotle.
Or if
Yeah.
it's the chipotle doing that.
Yeah.
Or if it's a mix of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
On top of each other.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like...
They're hitting each other.
They're hitting each other.
Yeah.
They're kind of fighting each other.
I love it.
All right, well, go ahead.
That's good. Okay, Ree, what do you think?
I think the texture is really good.
Yeah.
It's like smooth, creamy.
Mm-hmm.
I do think there's a lot of barbecue sauce.
There's a lot of barbecue sauce for sure.
But it tastes good. Like,
Okay.
I think the barbecue like balances out the spices from earlier.
Awesome.
Like that sweetness.
For sure.
But yeah, there's a lot of barbecue.
We may have went a little overboard on the barbecue sauce. All right, second bite, was it just as good as the first?
Even better.
I love that. Okay, perfect. Now let's go ahead and try plate B. See what you think. Yeah, there you go. That's a good bite. Avoid the real crispy bits, you know.
Texture's way different between these two.
Yep.
I feel like it's the crumbliness of the cheese.
Yeah.
Is still there.
Gotcha. Ree, what do you think?
That's not burnt at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't have as much punch though. I don't know about, like this one has
That one's got punch.
a little bit more, but
It has a
maybe...
kick.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
This one's more mellow.
A little bit more mellow, yes.
Okay, gotcha. Between the two, which would you prefer?
I'm a big like creamy texture person. So
For
I like
sure.
that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that's the vegan one.
You think this is the vegan one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the vegan one as well.
I like the vegan one as well. I love that. That is exactly what I'm looking for.
I'm gonna go with this one.
Yeah?
This one.
I'm gonna go with also plate A.
Plate A, the vegan mac and cheese.
Yes.
All right.
Ooh.
Well, guys, there you have it. That's a unanimous vote for the vegan mac and cheese. I love that. That's it for today's video, folks. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I know I certainly did. Make sure to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about today's recipe, what I messed up on, what I can try next time. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell if you want to hear about any of the videos that I have coming up in the near future. Enjoy, start experimenting in the kitchen, and I'll see you soon. Bye.